I'm just looking to see if it has the studio here should tell me if I haven't gone live in certain places, but who knows? I'll probably just talk to myself. Oh, no, I can see I'm live because I can see I have one viewer. So good evening, good evening, good evening. Now, normally we have a show at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday and a Friday. Tonight is Thursday. This is not the normal day. We're doing that because I had a scheduling conflict, and we do have a show tomorrow at 8 o'clock. But tonight is unusual because we don't have a guest. So I thought I would take this opportunity just to chat and ask people how they're doing and see if anyone would like to join me, if anyone would like to hop on, if anyone would like to ask me questions, or if anyone would like to arrange to come on as a guest in the future, or what they want to talk about. I should be able to see the social comments as I'm going direct on Restream. I should be able to see the social comments coming up. So if you post a question, I should be able to see it. How are you doing regarding COVID? How are you doing regarding lockdown? I tell you what happened to me today is I realized that the whole world is trying to sell people things like network marketing and get rich quick schemes and crypto scams and goodness knows what. Not that network marketing is always a scam, not that crypto is always a scam, but you need to be really careful. I think you are going to need to be extremely careful in the next few months. Everyone is so desperate, and it's easy when we're feeling vulnerable to think about what may happen. Like we're just going to try this and we're going to take our last $1,000 and try this. And I think we need to be really aware. Being an entrepreneur is a brilliant idea. Being a network marketer can be a brilliant idea, but you need to fully research what you're doing. If you are going to invest in crypto, now could be a good time. The market we've just lost a huge percentage, but you need to know what you're doing. Whatever you're going to do, if you're in a bad situation, as most of us are as a result of lockdown, whether we've lived off our savings, whether we've lost our job or lost our business, don't make instant crazy life transitions without doing your full research. Do your due diligence if you're looking at a company to maybe work with, or you're looking into a partnership, or if you're looking at starting a new business, check that, do your due diligence on the market, make sure there's a market for it. Don't act out of desperation. Acts out of desperation tend to not serve you. Instead, I would suggest that everybody now utilizes this time to think about what you love, what your purpose is, why are you here, what did you always want to do before, and if you need more money, start to see if you can make money out of that area rather than just jumping on someone else's bandwagon. The people who make the most money out of network marketing are the people who start the company. So by all means, go and start a network marketing company. Or if you're a fantastically social person and you're really good at networking and it's a great product, do network marketing. But only a small percentage make a hell of a lot of money. Sometimes you'd be better off just with slightly more realistic dreams and doing it yourself. But it doesn't. But there's no right nor wrong. What works for you and what will actually make your life happy, only you know. So it's very, very important in these times that we don't make rash, daft decisions. Anyway, so I'm still, obviously, I've got my Dream Team podcast. I hope that those of you have downloaded today's session, episode 6, which is the principles of living a life you love, from the story of Karina's story we gave out on Monday. And then today we have released the episode which talks about the principles of how she's lived her life. And one of those aspects was the never give up, keep driving, never miss an opportunity, and lots of other things. So if you are following our podcast, do jump on that. That is now published today. And then what else have we got? So tomorrow, I have a mystery guest, and I'm not going to tell you. It's going to be very interesting. So 8 o'clock tomorrow, we have a mystery guest. And then we've got quite a few coaches, life coaches and business coaches coming on in the next few weeks to talk about what they're doing to help people where people need help, i.e. now. I think you're going to see most of you, if you're not a coach, if somebody's listening is not a coach, we're going to see a massive increase in the number of people using coaches in the future, because coaches work. I mean, just take the idea of sport. You want to be a better swimmer. What do you do when you want to be a better swimmer? You go get a swim coach, okay? What do you do when you want to work out better in the gym and get bigger muscles? You go to a personal trainer. So, guys, why, if you want a better job or a better career or a life you love or to live your dreams, why wouldn't you go and get a coach in that area? One of the problems is, where do we go and how do we find a coach that's good? Because just having a certificate in coaching isn't enough. It's about who the person is. It's about their experience. It's about their manner. Also, some people like New Yorkers, anybody Americans watching, New Yorkers are, quite aggressive in their demeanor. I find them quite scary because I'm like English. Okay, well, it's completely different. Sorry, my phone's pinging in the background. I should probably silence that. So New Yorkers, if you're a real driving person, that kind of coach from New York, but maybe that kind of energy will work for you brilliantly. Somebody who might be a heart-centered, they want to help people, a trauma coach might need to have someone, say, from California, from the mountains of California, Marin County, where everyone dresses in purple. Now they don't really, not anymore. They used to back when I was there a long time ago in San Francisco. But where there's a different vibe, where people are more heart-centered, more gentle, they would have a different approach. And maybe you need to swap and change about. But the point is that you need to find a coach that works for you. And one of the reasons I'm doing Real Lives with Lisa is a lot of my friends are coaches. I mean, I coach as well, but I'm like, it's part of what I do. It's not all I do. But a lot of my friends, they're full-time coaches and authors. And, I've looked, and I know some of them are brilliant. And do you know some of them aren't so good? I mean, I love them all dearly. But you wouldn't know the difference. And how do you know the difference? And I know that from my own industry as an equestrian coach. One of the irritations of my whole career has been that I'm very good, but people who shout louder and advertise more and maybe have some leverage get more clients. I have got more clients. I don't do it anymore. When I used to do that, I do a little bit of teaching now. I only handpick my clients now because I got burned out with sort of being tossed around in the market, and you have to work out how to be a beacon of light for your own clients. You have to magnetize them in. You have to be a magnet to get the right clients in any business. But in the coaching world, I think it's particularly difficult because you don't know how good someone is until you work with them. And one session maybe is enough, but you need to know progressively. So one thing I thought would be really helpful is if we could create some sort of network of testimonials for the coaches. So I'm doing that. So it's going to be called Coaches for You. And we're going to actually set up some sort of rating system so that the coaches who are really, 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 really good, we're going to see it. We're going to see all their references and testimonials and things in one place. So it'll make it much, much easier. Plus, we're going to give those coaches a platform, and we're going to interview them, we're going to talk to them, we're going to share their knowledge, and we're going to have this great community. So that is happening as we speak. It is in the strategy on the board at the moment, writing it out, working out how to do it. But that will hopefully get started next month. Well, next month, no, probably mid-February. It's going to take me a couple of weeks to get off the drawing board. So that is one of my interests, is how do I help people to live life they love? Well, I can't coach everyone, and nor do I want to. And there are things that I don't know. Lots of them. Well, there's only a little bit that I know. Lots of things I don't know. But what if I could find you a coach that works for you? What if I could find you a coach for your very specific thing? Because I know, because I've already spoken to and interviewed that coach. I've actually had them on my show, so you can even go watch them talk about what they do. And maybe we even do some live coaching or something like that. Wouldn't that be cool? So that's what I'm creating. Okay, so I'm creating the Coaches Hub, which is going to be so super, super cool. So that's the other thing I've been doing this week. So podcast is going well. Oh my God. And I have the Equestrian Mastermind. So, because I was talking to one of my lovely, lovely coaching friends, Kerry Faith, earlier on, and she was saying, oh no, you should talk about your Equestrian Mastermind when you do your real lives. And I'm like, well, most of my audience isn't horsey, and my niche is super niche. But what I do, so I'm going to tell you about it, is we have the Equestrian Mastermind. It is for education, higher education, as it were. So educating the rider and the horsemen and horsewomen of the world for the betterment of the horse. And so we have Olympic level or above Olympic level. We have masters of classical riding training and people of that ilk who believe that they know the system that's been handed down for hundreds of years, the system where you don't ever force a horse, where you ask a horse, where you train and teach a horse to be your partner, where you dance with a horse. And so I only have trainers and coaches and speakers who fall into that philosophy, because there is another philosophy for horsewomen out there, horsemen and women out there, where you make the horse achieve, where you give the horse no choice. And you know what? Unfortunately, sometimes that works because horses are very compliant creatures, but it breaks them. They lose their spirit in the end. They break down. They're physically not able to do it, and it's cruel. There are some methods out there that some trainers use that are cruel, just plain cruel. And I want to be a voice to stop that. So that's like my passion. That's my super niche. That's my horse area. So you can check that out at the International Equestrian Mastermind Facebook group. And you actually have to join. There's a very small membership fee if you want to see the lives. You can go to the main group and get a few tidbits, and then you can find out where to join. So that's what I do. That's like my passion project. Well, it's all my passion project because, oh, hi, thanks, Paul. It's all passion for me because I'm a passion-centered entrepreneur and I only do what I love. And I had another coach earlier on this week because I follow lots of coaches. You know, when you get into coaching, like all your friends become coaches. And he was saying, you can only do one thing. And he's kind of like, it's extraordinarily difficult to do more than one thing. But it's just too boring for me to do one thing. And the answer is to do one thing now, get it going, get that plate really spinning well and move on. But I still can't do that. So I'm having to spin several plates. So the horse thing is one of my plates. So why am I doing any of this? Because I'm here to inspire people to lead lives they love and inspire and live with joy. Because you know what, just creating a life and even living your dreams, if it's not joyful, because you can actually say you might want to be an astronaut and that's your dream, and you go and become an astronaut, then you realize you hate living in space. So I think we also have to remember we have to live our dreams and do it with joy. And I'm going to turn my phone off because it's really annoying me. It's because I was on a Zoom a minute ago, and normally I go on Zoom, don't I, and have a fancy background and everything, but I just thought I'd hop on here directly, which is also why with no makeup and no prep and no background. So this is the raw, we call it Real Lives with Lisa for a reason, because at the end of the day, I want to talk to you. I want to help you. I want to help people live lives they love. And I want to show you my life because I'm living a life I love, because one of the things I want to do is talk to people and share what I know and share more than that. I want to share the secrets I've learned from other people, and I want to share the people I've met, like the little secret people who, well, not little, that didn't quite sound right, but the people who you aren't probably ever going to meet because they don't have a big advertising budget. They haven't splashed themselves all over Facebook or Instagram yet. They haven't paid the thousands and thousands of pounds on influencers. And that's one of the businesses, isn't it? How people get big audiences. You pay people to promote you. And they haven't done that yet. And yet these people are incredible. And they're the people I've met. And so I'm going to start my coaches hub, as it were. It's actually not where it's going to coaches for you, but I'm going to call it the coaches hub, I suppose. It makes sense. And start it with the incredible people I've met, and it will spread out from there. So you know, at the end of the day, you have to find something you believe in and you have to make it work, and then you just have to keep plugging away at it. And if someone says to you, you can't do that, you have a choice. You decide, can I do that? Do I want to do that? Are they right or wrong? And what you can always do when it gets tricky like that, you're like, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. Use the word maybe. This is from Marissa, my co-host in the Dream Team podcast. When you're not sure, doubt your doubt and add in a maybe. So I've been told you cannot do more than one business at once. Maybe man told me that is wrong. Maybe most people can't. Maybe I'm the exception. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't. But it's not certain, so I'm going to keep trying. So that's one of the things about life, is keep trying, evaluate things, try, change, try something else, tweak, until you get where you want to go. And I don't know if any of you saw my live earlier on about life, actually, about people are happier if they live a purpose. If you just kind of live a life like you have a job and you have your 2.5 kids and your husband and your house, and that's all there is to it. I mean, that's fine. It's lovely. But I bet everyone, I mean, put in the comments if you have anything to say about this. I bet everyone, if they really told themselves the truth, would admit that they wish they could do this other thing. Maybe it was crocheting, or maybe it was they wanted to play more tennis. Do we always allow ourselves to have things that really matter to us? Or maybe someone wanted to travel around the world, but they had kids early and they didn't have a chance to do that. And, if that's the case, then that's really sad. So think about that. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you are missing in life? But I haven't, it's not built. I've got a lot of things going on because I'm trying to create a future that I love. I'm living a life where I am here, I exist to inspire others. That is my purpose, to inspire and lead you guys to live a life you love. And that makes me happy. When I'm miserable, what I need to do is I need to come on and talk to you guys. And I don't have all the answers, but I guarantee you, I know a coach that does, I know a speaker that does, I know an author that does. So I'm a facilitator, and I'm here to use me. Who wants to start their own business? Who wants to change their life? Who wants to make more money this year? Who is having a hard time and needs to find their feet? Who's been knocked down? Who's metaphorically lying on the ground and can't get up? Who needs help? Because I'm here for you, and I know a lot of other people who can help. So do reach out. We're here 8 o'clock, Wednesdays and Fridays, occasionally on Thursdays. We'll have coaches and speakers and authors and real people. If you'd like to come on and talk about your life, I would even happy to have someone come on if they'd like to do some live coaching with one of the coaches. That would be great. You can actually see some live coaching, because coaching is the future. Coaching is for all of us. The best and most successful people in the world have coaches. You just think you're not used to having it in life. You're not used to having it in business. You're used to having it in sport. But that is how Olympic medals are won. They all have a coach. And now we need life coaches, and we need business coaches, and we need wellness coaches or relationship coaches. It's just obvious. That's where we need to go. We need people to help us, and that we can build a life that we love. Right, I've chatted on long enough. I'm not going to bore you anymore with all my generalities. I will talk more with our mystery guest tomorrow, and you will see when they come on. So I very, very much appreciate you all joining me tonight. If you have any questions about Coach's Hub, or if you are a coach who'd like to be part of that, you can just PM me or ping me in one of the social media. Facebook is the place I hang out the most. So going to my Facebook profile and just messaging me, and I will pick that up, or write in the comments. If you are somebody who needs help and you, in any way, I mean, I'm the ex-victim. I was a victim of domestic violence. So I will help anyone. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling miserable, if you feel that you can't go forward, reach out to me, and I'll either help you myself or I'll find you someone that can. And I mean that even if I'm not talking like money, okay? I'm here to help people live lives they love. And I've been in some really bad places. I've been lying on that floor, literally in my case, and I had to get up. And I chose to get up off that floor. I got up off that floor because I decided I wanted to live, and I wanted to choose a life that I loved. And you can too. So check in on the podcast, and see you guys on tomorrow night. Tomorrow is Friday, 8 p.m. on my profile, Periscope. And what else am I feeding to? Can't feed to Instagram, annoyingly, and YouTube. So I'll be more glamorous tomorrow. So this is the real me. You can have the fake me tomorrow. Right, take care. Good night, everyone. Really take care. Okay, bye-bye.